This is the Mexico Revealed podcast.
Welcome to Mexico Revealed, episode 15.
15! Rocking and rolling, getting up there.
Yes.
This is our first episode of 2024, so Happy New Year to all of our listeners.
Happy New Year.
Hope
Happy
you
New
guys-
Year. Those who celebrate.
Who doesn't celebrate?
Everybody, well, if you're Chinese, it's later in the year, your Chinese New Year, right? But I guess for
True.
most of the world, it's same
Happy
time.
holidays to those who celebrate.
Yes, holidays.
It's certainly New Year is celebrated in Mexico, so.
New Year is my least favorite holiday. This is off the topic, but anyway.
Tell us why it's your least favorite holiday.
I don't like staying up all night partying. I like going to bed, get up, exercise type stuff.
We didn't stay up late this New Year, though, did we?
I'm not a big party girl.
We just watched some shows and went to bed, although I did hear fireworks at midnight, so. But
So,
that
yeah.
worked out fine, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
That's just because we're older now, though. So
No, it's my least favorite too, and I'm not that old.
For the same reasons, Melissa, or you have other reasons?
I don't know. I just feel like some other ones are more fun, like Christmas and 4th of July. Those
Yeah.
are my favorites.
In Texas, Halloween.
Mm,
Hmm?
In Texas, we would do fireworks for New Year's. We weren't here in Texas this year, but you can get good fireworks in Texas, so
Yes.
that makes it more fun. But anyway, you didn't mention this, Marianne, but I think one of the other reasons why you don't like New Year's as much is because it's always cold with New
True.
Year's, isn't it?
I like warm. I like hot. I like beaches.
Mhm. So that is a good segue to Mexico, right? Because it's now winter time in America, and depending on where you are, your level of cold or snow or anything like that may differ, but generally it's colder than everywhere else, even here in Texas. So it's not a bad time to think about going to Mexico, right? Going down south where it's warm, the beach. So
Now is time. It is a good time to go to Mexico.
it is a good time. So today we're going to talk about, speaking of that, and going to warm places in Mexico, because not every place in Mexico is not hot and warm, right? As we know, if we've talked about in Mexico City, it's kind of cold this time of year in Mexico City because of the elevation.
True. And they
Yeah.
don't really heaters.
No, they don't use heaters at all.
Newer builds, I think, have like radiant floor heating in it, but most apartment complexes, whatever, there aren't heaters.
Yeah, I don't think unless you're wealthy, you're not going to have heat. Maybe not now is not the greatest time to go to Mexico City, but there's lots of fun beaches to go to, and one of our favorite places we're going to talk about today is I would say, we've been there multiple times, right, Marianne? And our kids, we've been there to eat and that sort of thing, and so it's probably one of our favorite places to go. Certainly in the Cancun, Mayan, Riviera area, but that's the Banyan Tree Hotel in Mayakoba. So
Yes.
we've been there.
Mayakoba are nice, but we've only stayed at the Banyan Tree, which we
That's
love.
right. Yeah, we've stayed there. There's other hotels there. We'll talk about that a little bit. But I don't know, how many times have we gone there? 4, 5, something like that.
4 or 5, yeah. At least 4.
Yeah.
Maybe
So-
we should go back and have them check their logs and stay one more time, just for sure.
do a little bit more research.
Yes, keep more research.
That's right. It's important. You never have a full understanding of something. You got to keep learning.
until you live there.
They do have
Oh, wow.
actually like residences in Mayakoba. I mean, like I think the different hotels there have like residence type places, and then there's like a just across the highway, there's like a whole Mayakoba residences development, I believe. We haven't really investigated too much, but
Exactly.
maybe
Research.
we need to go there and learn about living in Mayakoba. Huh?
Well, as our family grows, we might need a bigger space. So maybe not buy, but maybe
A timeshare?
maybe they or like rent them, you know?
Oh boy.
It be where
Your
you
mom's thinking about a timeshare.
Mayakoba. Timeshare sounds negative. No, not timeshare.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic. Timeshares, I don't know. They've gone through their phases, right? There's times when they're popular and times when they're not. But I just think when you mention timeshares, I just think about like we went to that one place, remember, we had to get the tour. Part of the package deal was you had to
Yes.
listen to the timeshare
Yeah.
sales pitch.
Yes.
That's a core memory.
And we kept saying no, and they kept on like pushing it up the ladder to the
Then let
manager or the supervisor.
my boss. 4
Like,
minutes.
no, we just
Yes.
want to be done. But they're like, oh, no. You got to talk to this person. So
Finally,
yeah.
I think he walked out because Sam had it. He was
Yeah.
going to have your meltdown if we didn't leave.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank goodness you had your kids there to get you out of it.
I think they wanted us to put you in like the kid zone while we did
No,
the tour.
I remember going in there and it was horrible. It
But you
was the
guys-
smallest little room.
So we're like, yeah, they can come. So
Wait,
good thing
where was this at again?
Puerto Vallarta.
Vallarta. But we're across the country to the other side. So we're at Mayakoba for this podcast.
But we've
Aren't
had those. Yeah.
Aren't there various Mayakobas in the world, though? I don't think it's just Mexico.
There's
Cancun.
various banyan trees.
Yes.
There's various rosewoods, but I don't know that there's various Mayakoba. That's the land.
Yeah, I think there's just one Mayakoba, the area, but yeah, like Mom was saying, they have multiple Banyan Tree hotels throughout the world and that sort of thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what,
Banyan
Carol?
Tree is. Mm-hmm.
We should research that.
Why don't you take me on your research trip
Yeah.
next time? I feel like I could be an asset.
That's right.
I think there's actually a banyan tree in Acapulco, but obviously we had a big hurricane there, so I don't know. But yeah, we'll have to do some more research on that.
Ooh, I just did some research.
Yeah.
The Banyan Tree Group has 70 hotels in 17 countries.
70?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a
I mean,
lot.
it's originally from Thailand, I believe. It's a Thai chain. I think Phuket or that, it was originally.
Maybe we should go to the original.
True.
And I think they have, can you see, Melissa, where else they have banyan trees in Mexico? Does
Let me
it
look
break
it
them
up.
down by geography?
There's 3 in Mexico.
Okay, where?
There's Banyan Tree Mayakoba. There's
Okay.
Banyan Tree Cabo Marquez, which
Cabo.
looks like it's, not in Cabo. It looks like Acapulco.
Acapulco.
And then
Yeah.
there's a Banyan Tree Puebla.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, a little.
Is that in the city center?
Let me zoom in.
Who cares? We need to go. Puebla.
Little landlocked banyan tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell, but
Okay.
Puebla.
Okay. Interesting.
Dad, describe where Puebla is.
just east of Mexico City, like a couple hours east of Mexico City on the other side of the volcanoes. Colonial town,
Talavera.
known for Talavera. This has a very picturesque, historic center.
Yeah, it looks like, based off the pictures, it looks like it's in the city center. So it looks nice.
Looks kind of colonial.
Yeah.
I love colonial. That's
Well,
my next after beaches is colonial.
So yeah, interesting. There's a few banyan trees there, but we've, of course, the one we've been to is at Mayakoba. It's by the beach. So maybe we can talk about that for a minute. It's in, like we said, it's in the Mayakoba zone, which is just north of Playa del Carmen. So if you're flying to Cancun, you have to take a transportation taxi or some sort of transport south from the airport, almost to Playa del Carmen. So that's
very common though. So if that scares someone away from going, don't worry. That's basically every resort.
Yeah, there's lots of resorts along there.
The only difference with Mayakoba is it has, like, resorts have a gate to enter. At Mayakoba is the gate. So first you have to get through, you show them, where are you going? We're going to the Banyan Tree, but the Mayakoba gate is the gate for the Rosewood, the Fairmont, and the Banyan Tree. Did I just mistake by mentioning the other hotels?
No, that's fine.
That's a great segue into
there's multiple hotels within the Mayakoba area.
Yeah.
One thing to mention just before we move on to that a little bit is that we were just talking about the location. It's close to Playa del Carmen. So if you're interested, it has very easy access into Playa del Carmen with a taxi if you want to go shopping there or restaurants or even to the beach over there. So there's a lot of convenience from the location because you can get over to Playa del Carmen in a short taxi ride.
Yes.
And then once you're inside Mayakoba, as Marianne mentioned, we've got the Banyan Tree, the Rosewood, the Fairmont. We've only stayed in the Banyan Tree, although we've eaten in the Rosewood, in the restaurants in the Rosewood, and visited the property.
With our kids. We've eaten at the Fairmont with our kids.
Okay.
Yes, we have, Melissa. You just don't remember because you were small. But yes, we have. Yes.
And the Banyan Tree, right? We've eaten at the Banyan Tree.
I remember the Banyan Tree, but I don't remember the Fairmont.
Well, this is when you were younger.
You were smaller.
Maybe when we went to Akumal on one trip. I don't know. But we ate it.
And I don't think we've taken the kids to Rosewood to eat, right?
No.
Just you and me.
No, because Rosewood is like, whew.
I would say, I would say if you were to rank the three in terms of luxury and certainly in terms of cost, Rosewood is up here, and then you have Banyan Tree, and then you have Fairmont. Those are kind of, would you agree, Marianne? Those are kind of the, we have not stayed at the Rosewood, but I don't know that the Rosewood is going to be that much different from the Banyan Tree in terms of the accommodations.
There's always research.
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out for sure.
That's right.
But we love the Banyan Tree. Hence, we've been back multiple times to the same hotel.
And recently, just looking at the cost, there was a pretty big difference. In fact, our last trip, we went just in July to the Banyan Tree of Mayakoba. And I looked at the Rosewood, and the cost was significantly higher. It seems like in the past, I don't remember there being as big of a difference in the cost between the Banyan Tree and the Rosewood. But this most recent time we went there, it was a pretty big difference in cost. And so it was pretty clear that for us, going to the Banyan Tree made the best deal because you got that high level of luxury, but it wasn't so expensive as the Rosewood. So that was just kind of the most recent experience. Fairmont's a little bit less, but you don't get the same level of luxury at the Fairmont. And let's get into that a little bit, because the rooms are, going to the Banyan Tree in Mayakoba is not just going to like a normal hotel.
That's why we keep going there.
Yeah. Why don't you describe the accommodations, Marianne?
Okay, so first they drive you in a golf cart to where your room is located, because they all have an outdoor entrance. So they bring you to the gate of your room and you walk in, and it's not the room, it's outdoor property that is just yours. So like when we walk through the gate of ours, there's a little pergola with a sitting area, there's a swimming pool with a waterfall, and then you turn to the right or left and there's a building, which is your room. Well, your suite, I guess it would be more like. So you walk in, there's a little entry area, and then we had a king size bed with sliding doors that go out to the pool area, out to a grassy area. And then there was a river behind ours. So there's nobody looking in. It's very private. None of the other rooms look in. And then it has a huge bathroom area with double sinks and a closet area, a shower area, the toilet, and then it has sliding doors to another enclosed outdoor bathtub area, which I loved. It's fun.
Separate from the pool?
Separate. It's totally enclosed. You can't see it from the pool. It's a bathtub area, and it has behind it this wall that you can fill with candles. So you can get all these little candles lit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that an extra charge?
But it's open to the air, right?
It's open to the air.
The sky.
You can see the sky, but it has high walls, so nobody's going to be able to peek over it. So it's not
BYOC, bring your own candles.
No. On one of our trips, we just came home from dinner and they were all lit up.
Wow.
The staff just set it up, didn't they?
Yes. There's permanently candles in there. You could just, light them yourself if you wanted.
BYOL.
Yes.
Your own lighter.
It's fancy. Oh yeah, when we talk about, the banyan tree is less than the rosewood. Well, it's still, it's not somewhere you're going to go every trip, because it's, but it is an amazing experience. So.
Yeah, it's kind of like your own little compound, isn't it? That you have your outdoor area and then your indoor area. And like you said, there was sort of river behind us, but there's a lot of vegetation because you're in the mangroves. So this whole area of Mayakoba is mangrove
dense.
Yeah, it's full of mangroves, and so there's lots of vegetation that's surrounding your little compound area. So again, it's very private and very secluded in that sense. So.
But if you go to dinner, you go outside the door and then you walk on the little paths. Or if you don't like walking, you call a golf cart come pick you up. Or the best part that we loved is when you check in, they issue you bikes. Those, what do you call those? Beach bike.
Little cruiser bikes.
Or cruiser bikes. And so you can ride those around to the restaurant, to the lobby, down to the beach. It's kind of a hike to the beach on the bikes.
Mm-hmm. There's paths to all the little rooms and villas and everything, and then over to the main complex.
Yes.
That you can ride your bike on, or you can ride the bike all the way down to the beach. It is a little bit of a ride, but you can do that, or you can ride a golf cart, or you can also ride your bike to other amenities. You could ride over to the Rosewood. You can ride it to the Fairmont. You can ride it over to where they have tennis courts. So you can play tennis, or to ride it over. There's a little pueblo, right? A little town sort of thing that they have in there with more little shops and restaurants. So it's fun to just kind of go around, go through the trees and everything on your bikes.
And it's kind of deceiving because when you go into your room and you shut the gate to your yard, it feels like you're the only people there. It's very private. Yeah. Then when you're like down to the beach and the restaurant down there, which is beautiful, you realize, wow, there's actually other people staying at this hotel.
Yeah.
Where do you put your bike when you are at these amenities? You have bike racks?
Yes.
On the grass?
Mm-hmm.
Down at the beach, there's a little bike parking area down by the beach. So.
Yeah, the beach is a bike attendant. So you get off your bike and he parks it for you in a line.
Bike valet.
Bike valet, that's right. There you go.
Sounds like a utopia.
It's so fun.
Taking your bike.
And it has my bike. Did yours have a basket? Mine had a basket. So yeah, it did. So you can put like your water bottle in there, or a little backpack, or your beach towel, or your purse, whatever. Yeah. In your little bag. Ring the bell if you're gonna want to ring the little bell on the bike as you ride along.
Yeah, so the rooms are great, very nice, very well done, and with the fun sort of indoor-outdoor aspect to it, it's very private. So that's a really fun part of the stay at Banyan Tree. I think Rosewood has similar sort of rooms or villas or whatever, but I think the Fairmont is more traditional hotel rooms. Again, we haven't stayed there, but just as if you think about the different options there. And then there's the main sort of building of the Banyan Tree Hotel, which has the restaurants and other amenities. So let's talk about that for a little minute. Overall, restaurants, I think, are very good. They have a breakfast place. You can do breakfast buffet. Buffet is great. I like the breakfast buffet. You agree, Marianne?
Oh, we like the breakfast buffet. I love the Mexican hot chocolate. It has cinnamon in it. That's good stuff. I don't care if it freezes outside. They still have it, and I'll order it. I'll get it.
Yeah, and at the buffet, they have stuff. They'll cook to order and a variety of things. It's really good. So I definitely recommend the buffet for breakfast.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Oh, quit talking. You know what I love about the lobby, all the restaurants? It's like indoor, outdoor, right? So it's not like there's an air conditioner banging in your face. You can have that if you want it, but like if you went there at this time of the year, it would be fun to sit outside. They have lots of outside seating. They have windows, floor to ceiling windows that they open up. There's a lot of outdoor feel to it, which is great.
Yeah, and some of the restaurants, they even have seating areas that are kind of over the water, over the little river area there, right?
That's
like the Thai restaurant has that.
The Italian, our kids. Do you remember, Melissa, Caroline?
Oh boy, do I remember.
I remember.
Tell us what you think.
What did you think of? We took you guys to the Italian restaurant. What did you think of that?
It was that big
amazing.
tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
The trees in the middle, yeah. Like there's the buildings around, and then there's the water, and they have like a little boat dock thing there, and they have a big tree out there. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like a square building, but then it's hollowed out on the inside where there's a moat and a tree in the middle on an island in the river.
Banyan tree.
A banyan tree. It's cool. And then the boat goes around the tree and out to the main river. anyways, you go ahead, Melissa.
I was going to say, I was at the Italian restaurant. I was debating about getting two different things, the carbonara pasta and the frutti di mare. And I decided on the carbonara pasta.
Explain what frutti di mare is.
It was like pasta with a bunch of different seafood and like a white wine sauce. Yeah. And if anybody knows me, I'm a sucker for a nice wine sauce. So
but you went with the carbonara.
Anyway, but I went with the carbonara. But then Mike, my husband, got the frutti di mare, and I tasted a bite of his, and I instantly regretted it because it was the best pasta I've ever had in my entire life. And I only got 2 bites of it total. But if you go there, I definitely recommend getting the frutti di mare.
Now we need to go back.
Mike's going to be generous, but not that generous.
Well, I asked for a bite from Dad. I asked for a bite from you too, because you got the same thing, and you didn't give me a bite at all.
Who's not generous now?
I have no recollection of that moment, Melissa.
I remember you did not want to give me a bite.
This podcast taking a turn.
I have no recollection. I can neither confirm nor deny that ever happened.
Well, I can confirm for all of our listeners.
Must have been pretty good.
Yeah.
How about you, Caroline? Did you enjoy that place?
Yeah, I don't remember what I ordered, but I remember it was really good.
Yeah. And that's not even...
I just remember the scenery. I was just looking around.
Yeah.
It's very warm, toned building.
Atmosphere can make a big difference, can it?
Yeah.
Tell me, were we there in time when you guys were there every night at the Banyan Tree at 6 o'clock? I think it's 6, maybe 6:30. Some guy dressed up as a Mayan warrior with the headdress on and little bottoms, but nothing on top. And he goes around lighting the little fires, and then he does like this little chant thing. Were you there for that?
Doesn't he do the conch horn or something like that? Blows the conch shell.
The conch horn.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have remembered that.
Yeah, I don't think we were there for that.
Okay. Yeah,
that sounds cool though.
Yeah,
it's only like a 5-minute thing. Maybe it's when the sun's going down. Maybe that's it.
I think that's it.
That's cool. Sunset ceremony.
That adds to the atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
So that's the Italian restaurant, but that's not even their signature restaurant. Their signature restaurant is the Thai restaurant, obviously Banyan Tree Thai. And so I don't think you girls have been there, right? But Mom and I have been to we
want to take you there, and we get points for that, but we couldn't get a reservation when we were in Mexico then. So you kind of need a reservation for places, especially the Thai, because it's really popular.
It's kind of their signature. They're known for that, right? But what do you think of the Thai restaurant, Marianne?
So good. Like, I wish I had some of that Thai food right now. Everything we ate there was good. They bring like a little chef complimentary appetizer bite. And then we got some different appetizers and different things. Everything there is so good. And you can sit outside. You can sit inside. It's a small little cabana thing, but it's air conditioned. Or you can sit outside kind of on the dock and watch the boat that Caroline talked about go back and forth and see the wildlife, the birds, lots of birds.
Yeah. They do a little hand rinsing ceremony when we get there to the Thai restaurant. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
They like rinse your
hands out, pour water on you, and then they wipe. wipe your
That's
hands.
neat. So you don't have to stay at the Banyan Tree to go to these restaurants then?
No, you do not. But you should make a reservation. And when you show up at that gate at Mayakoba, they're going to ask you, what are you doing? And you say, oh, I have a reservation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's other places. I mean, there's a steak place there now too. We didn't actually try that one. And then like tacos, remember that one?
No, we didn't try that.
But then there's also a restaurant down at the beach. So you have to go on a golf cart or a bike down to the beach area. But there's some more kind of villas down there. And there's a pool. And then there's the beach. And there's a restaurant there as well, which was nice. We ate there, remember?
They recently redid that restaurant and the whole beach. And it is so beautiful. Really good. And sometimes we just had food on the beach. Remember?
Yeah.
Food in our
chair. They'll bring you stuff. Yeah, or
this
drinks.
This is hard to talk about in January.
So yeah, the beach is definitely nice. And like you said, I think they've kind of redone it down there. So it was this last time we were there, we experienced the new version and it was great. Obviously the water is warm and not too much seaweed. And,
did they clean up the seaweed?
Yes, it's beautiful. And that's where kids club is down there. So if you
so it's not it's not one of the adults only resorts.
No,
this is not.
None of them are Rosemont, Fairmont.
No.
Rosewood.
Yeah,
but it's kind of a lot to take your family.
It's expensive if you want to take the kids.
Yeah, that's fair.
But one day when we were down at the beach, the kids club, I guess they do a big closing whatever thing at the end of the kids club in the evening, and they had a piñata, and they were all hitting the piñata off of a palm tree down at the beach.
Oh, so that's cool.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, so the beach is nice. There's a restaurant down there that's good. You can also eat, like we said, you can eat at the restaurants in the Rosewood. We've eaten there. There's a sushi place in the Rosewood that was really good. We've eaten at the Fairmont. So there's other options that you can go for variety to, and they'll drive you over to those other resorts, or you can ride your bike. And then there's that little pueblo. We ate lunch in the pueblo with a little village, fake village in the middle of the jungle. And they have some shops and some places to eat there. And we had lunch there, which was pretty good. Also tacos and.
Yes, they have food there. And then there's also a church. So having a wedding, that would to go.
That's a cool wedding.
Yeah, you could do your wedding in the church in the little pueblo. So.
And then just shops of cute little things.
Yeah.
So there's lots of little shops there and little restaurants, and you wouldn't need a reservation to go there. So you could just tell the people at the front gate, we just want to go to the pueblito to go eat lunch and look around. And I bet they would love it, because that place could probably use a little bit more business.
Yeah, it wasn't very busy. We can't complete this podcast without talking about the spa, which is at the Banyan Tree. I imagine there's probably spas at the Fairmont and the Rosewood, but we've not tried those. We've just tried the Banyan Tree Spa. But what are your thoughts on the spa?
The spa is very relaxing. It is not cheap. It is on the higher end, and it's not that I'm a big professional spa goer, but I've been to a couple. Like Caroline, we did one on a cruise once. Remember?
I don't think I'm a big spa person.
Okay, well, this one...
I'm just too ticklish, I think.
Scott and I did it together. So they had... Well, first you get your agua de Jamaica, your hibiscus drink, and you drink that. Then they walk you down the path, because it's its own little hut. Well, it's
over the water.
Over water. So we went down to our place, we took off our shoes, we had the most amazing massage, and then at the end, they give you like ginger water with honey and some little snacks.
That's like a ginger tea, wasn't it? Wasn't it
Yes.
hot? Mm-hmm.
Yes. To give you your back to walk out of there and not be so sad that it's over, because it's amazing. I think even you would like it, Caroline.
And I think the masseuse ladies, I think, are from Thailand. I mean, aren't they? Yeah, they're like brought from Thailand to do the massages. Mm-hmm.
They're very professional, very, respectful, and, if you're not liking something too tight of a, whatever, they will stop or fix things the way you want it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so between the highly trained massage therapists and just the environment, it just makes for a really nice experience, right? Because you're just in this little massage hut. I said a hut. It's more than a hut. It's like a little house. It's like a little massage house, and very professional massage. Yeah, the decorations.
Is it open air or is it enclosed?
Enclosed.
Mm-hmm.
Enclosed, but they ask you how you want the temperature, and they have little spa music playing. When you and I had a spa, Caroline, on that cruise, the room we had it in, it was very felt like a hospital room almost.
I felt like I was at the doctor's office.
Yeah, very clinical.
Yeah.
This
get on the thing.
No, is they have blankets, and the room is decorated so beautifully, and when you put your face down, the thing underneath you is this bowl of flowers for you to look at. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I've had massages on cruise ships. I love cruises, but I'll be honest, I haven't ever had a real good cruise ship massage experience. I think it's rushed, and you feel like you're one of many, and it's like you're going to the hospital room, Caroline. Mm-hmm.
Probably get the hospital room at night or something.
Yeah, so this is just night and day difference, the experience at the Banyan Tree and the spa there. It's just, it is incredible. So I highly recommend that if you're going to go to Mayakoba. And I don't know what the spas are like at the other resorts, but certainly there at the Banyan Tree, that's a great spa. So definitely very good. So highly recommend that. Before we finish, one other thing I just want to mention as well that's fun, that I finally did this last time that I hadn't done before on business. I wanted to, is I actually played golf, because there's a golf course in Mayakoba, the El Camaleon, the Chameleon golf course, and winds through the mangroves out there, and it's a very nice course. They've had PGA Tour events there for several years, and just most recently they've had the Live Tour tournament. In fact, that was the kickoff event last year for the Live Tour, and I think they're doing it again this year. So for those of you that follow golf, you know what I'm talking about. But so this last time, I took my clubs down and played golf, and that was a lot of fun. There's actually one hole, it's kind of a signature hole in the fairway. There's a cenote. There's an actual underground cave down into the water in the middle of the fairway. So fortunately, I did not hit my ball into there, but I did take a look. So there's a kind of an interesting hazard on that particular hole, but beautiful course. They were doing a little bit of work on a couple of the greens that I played. It was in summertime, kind of off season, but very well maintained. And like I said, it's a tour quality golf course, and so I had fun doing that this past time. And it wasn't very busy as in the summer, so I was able to get 18 holes in about 3.5 hours. So So that was fun. So that's another thing I can recommend. The golf there is great. So that's another thing you can do. The beach, the spa, a lot of fun.
Mom,
If
what
you want
did you do while Dad was golfing?
I got on my bike and I rode my bike down the bike path to the Pueblita and I went shopping. I didn't buy anything. I just looked, but it was fun. And then Dad and I went back later and I bought, I think, some little Christmas ornaments. It was July, so.
What were you saying, Dad?
Oh, well, there's never a wrong time to buy Christmas ornaments, right, Marianne?
Right. Yeah, they're hand-painted blue and white Talavera type looking things. I just bought three little mini ones. But I don't know, it's just fun.
It's a fun area. There's lots to do in Mayakoba. It's easy access to Playa del Carmen. This last trip we were staying at the Banyan Tree and we went to Xcaret. We talked about that in our last podcast, so that's very easy to get to. So it's a great location, great beach, outstanding facilities. So a lot of fun. So I would highly recommend it. Would you agree, Marianne?
Yes. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit on the expensive side, but you get what you pay for. So it's an amazing place. And we went there in July, so that's the off season. So it's a little hotter, but I loved it. I'd do it again. Yeah,
it's great. And like I said, last time I checked, it was quite a bit cheaper than the Rosewood. So you can get that high level of luxury at a little bit easier price point. But as you said, it's not cheap by any means. But
or just go to lunch at the Pueblito. Go try out the tacos there.
Yeah, we can do that as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, I would give that a thumbs up. Banyan Tree Mayakoba is a great place to stay.
5 out of 5 stars.
Yes, we've stayed there multiple times, and I'm sure we'll stay there more in the future, no?
Yes, my dream would be to take all our kids and their spouses, not Sam, obviously, because he doesn't have a spouse right now, but with Sam, and go there.
Maybe need to wait till Sam has a spouse at some point, and then each person can have their own little villa.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
All right.
And then for dinner. Kind of like but not on a cruise.
That's right. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for today. You up for it, Caroline?
I'm up for it. Yep. Right. Sign me up.
As you sit in Chicago in January.
This sounds amazing right now.
Can we go tomorrow? All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Mexico Revealed today. Remember, please leave your comments, subscribe, buy us a taco, share with your friends, let us know what you think, and we look forward to catching you on our next episode. Thanks, everyone. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.